Meanwhile, the entire county seemed to be plagued with injuries last season. The Geneva High Panthers probably felt it the most. Several injuries weren't even during game action. Head coach Jamel Harris will play his alma mater in game 1 of the season. That's the Wicksburg Panthers. His SEC career at Arkansas has taught him many lessons about battling through adversity as he experienced many injuries of his own. However, he's not giving up on his team.
Yeah, right now we're healthy. So far, I mean, last year it was a mass unit. I mean, I think we spent more time at Encore than we did on the field half the time. A lot of kids, we had knee injuries. I mean, we had like a lot of freak injuries. I mean, take a step, tear an ACL, literally nobody touch you. Catch a football, fall down, break your butt bone. I mean, stuff like that. It was some of the most oddest things you've ever had.
After the Panthers clash during week 1, the Geneva Panthers will face Pike County.